What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on? It's your man Dre Mac coming to you again with another episode of the Dre Mac Show. 7:30 in the morning. 7:30 in the morning Central Time. 8:30 on the East Coast time. Had a little slight delay. Turned my computer off, and then when I turned it back on, everything was missing. Like everything, it wouldn't restart what I originally had. But it's all good. It always happens like that. But hopefully you guys are happy. Hopefully you guys are healthy. Shout out to my man Heavy Gant at the Heavy Gant channel. Today, I'm going to discuss uh uh some things that I really liked about X-Men 97. The new episode 3 came out today. Especially if you know the comics. Oh my god, was that episode amazing. Episode was amazing, and I'm gonna talk about why this should be a formula going forward in the MCU as far as storytelling, because this is why comics matter. And I'm going to give you a story internationally, about why Meagan Good is dating Jonathan Majors. It's from like it's a Chinese publisher that cites a lot of stuff from People magazine. And I'm gonna tell you why mainstream media is the reason why international media questions certain things. It's wild. So I'm gonna get into all of that today again. Hopefully you guys are happy. Hopefully you guys are healthy. But you already know how I do it, and I know that you're ready. But the real question is, all right. Yeah, let's get into a couple things. Let's see who is all in the house. Like, who is up in this piece? Oh, excuse me. Oh, who is up in here? So I can say what up, what up, what up, what up, what up. Early in the morning. Cat is what is cat? Cat was on time while I was running tad bit late, messing with my dang on MacBook. Chrisetta is up in here. What is up? What's up? What's up? Tommy, what is up? Good morning, good morning, good morning from my side to your side. Good morning. Jairus is up in here. What is up? Mentagasm, what is up? What I like that name though. I like that name. My man Andre Ware is in the house. Awesome episode. Awesome episode. Mary Anderson is up here. Good morning. Mary Anderson is up here. My man Jay Young is up here. My other brother from another mother is up in this mug. Good morning, my brother from another mother. What's up with it? What's up with it? Of course, Cat, boy. I'm telling y'all, if y'all not watching Cat stuff, Cat is over here bringing receipts. I don't think Miss Grace Jabari is going to win that lawsuit. I don't. The way Grace is, throwing out the tea. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm just saying. Cat got some stuff, and she ain't even a lawyer on the job. You know what I mean? And so I love it. All right. So watching last night. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me see what you're saying, Kat. Dre, I have way more to say in reply to her suit, but I'm going to wait and not give her the time to. I know you do, but you got some. I wasn't even thinking about what you said about. She said certain things in court, but now she's saying something totally different. Or you broke that stuff down. I'm like, oh my God. Oh boy. Tracy Woods, good morning. My man Raymond Coke is up here. Every time I see your name, I want to say rum and coke. But good morning, good morning to you. But Kat, what? Oh my God, you got some heat though. I ain't gonna lie, you got. And if you got heat, I know his attorney, the team, got heat. I know that they have so much information that she said in court that they're going to use against her. I know, and I'm not going to lie. I believe it's going to be glorious. I think it's going to be glorious. All right, let's get to the first portion of this conversation. X-Men 97. I think it was Born for Flesh, or what was the name of the episode today? Um, but I'm gonna get to that in just a second. What was the name of the episode today? I literally just watched it. Actually, I started watching and I watched it again. I heard the worst names. What was the name of the episode? Okay, come on, hold on, real quick. Let me go back in. We go back in this in the lab. Fire Made Flesh. Yeah, Fire Made Flesh. And this is the only thing. Me being an X. First of all, I became an X-Men fan because, well, let me take that back. Because I had this Nintendo game called X-Men. And when I tell you it's the worst video game I've ever played in my whole entire life, it is god awful garbage. X-Men for Nintendo is the worst X-Men game of all time. And it's nothing, absolutely nothing close to that. That thing is hot entire garbage, right? So I was always an X-Men fan. Yes, it was garbage. Especially if I'm Storm, you know what I mean? That's the first time I got to play with a black character in the video game, was that X-Men game. Because I'm Storm, but I got Cyclops with me, and he can't go nowhere because the AI will always get stuck in a dumbass maze that they made in there. Oh my God, Torrent Ray Reloaded us up in here. What is up? What is up? That game was. Well, I wish D Sizzle was in here because I know D Sizzle played it. And that game is high entire garbage. So that's how I became part of X-Men. When X-Men, the original series, came out in 1992, I remember me and my cousin Manute, shout out to my cousin Manute too. You know what I'm saying? Like my other brother, was my cousin brother, not like that, but we grew up like brothers. We used to fan cast who was going to be the X-Men. So we had like the only person we got right was Patrick Stewart, being Professor X, but we were saying like Iman could be Storm, and I think we had like Clint Eastwood as Logan. Oh, just fan casting we were doing that then. So being a fan. So fast forward to the show. When you go back, and like I said, I didn't really start collecting comics because they wouldn't allow me to collect comics. They wouldn't buy me any comics when I was younger. So I didn't really start collecting comics until I got older. And when I start reading Claremont stories and stuff like that, I'm like, oh my God, this dude is fantastic. Chris Claremont, fantastic. Now, are you going to read a lot of dialogue on those panels? Hell yeah. Everybody I'm talking about, this is paragraphs on a comic panel. And when people say, oh, comics is just whatever, they're books of fiction. You know what I mean? Books of fiction. So, I'm reading this, that I got a little older, and I love the way that he, does character development. And then you start watching the X-Men 92 show, the original X-Men show, Fox X-Men show. You're like, damn, they're pulling a lot of comic book stuff in this. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about right now, Torrin. I'm talking about the new episode. I'm not going to spoil this. No spoilers. Now, I'm not going to spoil nothing because y'all need to go watch that. But I love the way that they pulled like Days of Futures Past and, stuff from the Savage Land, all of that, being in space, your Empire, Dark Phoenix Saga, the whole entire when she came to Phoenix, Dark Phoenix, the Hellfire Club, just a whole nine, that was in there. And I'm like, I've never seen a show take so many elements from the actual comics and put it on your television. But X-Men did that. I mean, I love Batman the animated series. Trust me, Batman the animated series is dope. Those are a lot of new stories that they did in Batman in the animated series. This right here, this right here, if you're a comic book fan and you've been reading these comics and you see that they're taking elements of that, not just portion of the element. You're talking about I'm talking about, if it's Days of Future Past, they're giving you Days of Future Past. They might twist something here and there, but you're still getting 85% of Days of Future Past. Age of Apocalypse or bringing Apocalypse in. It ain't like what they did, the Fox did with that Age of Apocalypse movie. That was garbage. That was 150% pure, uncut garbage pail juice with the maggots inside. Terrible. But X-Men, the show, give you everything that you want. And that brings me to why the MCU has to look at, and I want more YouTubers to start coming out and saying, like, legitimately, this is what we want in the MCU. If you're going to do it, you're doing comic book movies. Go there. Go with the comics. Because if you have good writing, Claremont had excellent writing. And a lot of stuff they're pulling, from Claremont's writing. So what we really want is a show to reflect that. And this is the show, y'all. I'm telling you. Maybe some people might have a problem with it. Some people might think it's boring or it's not interested because maybe they didn't watch the original show. Maybe they don't really understand, what makes the X-Men. But when I tell you, this is some of the best comic book stuff that they've done in a minute. This X-Men 97 is awesome. Awesome. And when you see it, maybe you don't get you don't get it because you're not really a big comic book fan, but I guarantee you watching this, you're getting a condensed sized version of the actual comic, especially this one. And not only are you getting the condensed sized portion of the comic, so you don't have to read the entire comic, but you got the gist of it. They went anime on this. They keep bringing the anime on it. They're doing an excellent job by merging stuff that's good in anime and stuff that catches people's attention about anime and moving it over to this X-Men series on Disney Plus. I'm convinced. What if can't hold a candle to? What if season 1 was really good? But man, they can't hold a candle to this because they're pulling from the comics. They're legitimately pulling from the comics. If they do this, yes. If they do this, what's up, Wonder Woman? Wonder Woman, what's up? If they do this in the MCU, oh my God! I'm gonna be real. It's gonna be it's gonna be the Monday Night Wars, WCW versus WWF. All hell's breaking loose. Who's going to win the comic wars? Because what they got to do now, with James Gunn being at the helm of of Warner Brothers, DC, and they bring the comics, Marvel gonna have to. You gonna have to pivot. One thing about Deadpool is in a genre all by itself. That's my favorite comic book character. All of y'all know that. But what made the Deadpool movie so good? Colossus look like Colossus. Juggernaut look like Juggernaut. They're pulling elements of the comics and putting it in this self-contained story. Even the first Deadpool movie pull elements. They couldn't do the whole entire thing because you can't talk about the Super Soldier program and all of this. You could kind of throw elements because it's in, Fox. Yeah, that's a Fox property, and the MCU has Captain America. You couldn't really do all of it, but they still did elements of, Fabian the Caesars, writing on to that, and I forgot the other dude's name, and but particular comics. There was pulling from that, but they put it in this self-contained movie, and brought out like teenage Nagasaki Nagasaki oh Jesus, now I can't think of her name. Nagasaki Teenage Warhead. You know what I mean. You know who I am talking about. In Colossus, bringing them into the self-contained movie. Having them fight Ajax, which he did in the comics. That's something that you want. And it seems like now that the MCU, they want to do elements, but it's 10%. And then you're telling your own a story. That's good. But what people are doing right, Nagasaki Teenage Warhead. Thank you, Torn. I couldn't say it for some reason. I was all tongue-tied. But when you're looking at these movies, it's not necessarily like 1978 when you come up with Superman and you make a Superman movie that's self-contained in that universe that has nobody from the I mean, you got Lex Luthor, but it's not from a comic story. You're just doing something. You know what I mean? With Superman in it. It's not, those times are done. Now we're looking for characters to be done right for us, and because comic book fans are going to watch it. Why you think they're praising the show? People who have never seen X-Men, the original series, is now going back. Oh man, I need to binge watch this because they didn't catch it when I was young. You know what I mean? They didn't catch it when I was young. I was 12 when the show dropped. You know what I'm saying? Excited, getting a little, I'm 12 years old and I'm still getting a Wolverine toy and a Cyclops toy, especially the old Toy Biz toy with the Cyclops with the little eye, with the light, so it looked like his eye beam is going. I used to love that toy. And then have my Wolverine, you can push a button, his claws come out, chink. Love that toy. I'm just telling y'all. You know what I mean? That's what makes the fans. They're doing this now. Buying the memorabilia, get toys, all of this. This is what made Black Panther so vital. Even though that they told elements of that story, a lot of it it's not like Killmonger being his cousin or being a family member, being a part of the world. That's not it. The man was just another Wakandan that was just as strong, just as smart, if not smarter than T'Challa. Based on the comics, not what Dre Mack saying, based on the comics. And when I tell you Killmonger the comics is no joke, especially when they took T'Challa and moved him to Hell's Kitchen so he could take over for Daredevil for a minute, and then you had in the comics Killmonger being king of Wakanda, and he didn't joke, walking around with his Jaguar. I'm trying to tell y'all, they could do something. I always say the reason why I think Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1990 movie is the greatest comic book movie of all times. They literally took panels in certain things from the original comics and put it in the movie. You got to do that so people can get on board with the shows or the movies that you're watching. You know what I mean? Because you can't say, oh, this is comics. They never did that in the comics. Who is that person? Why does that person look like this? Is why the race swapping and all of that, and just give us the characters from the book. I don't care if they're all white. I don't care if they all black. Just give me characters from the book so I can enjoy the movie. All the diversity and let me just switch up because I don't want to piss this person off. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to piss off the LGBT community because there's no LGBT characters in there. Well, there's no black characters in there. I don't want to piss them off. There's no Asian. You're just going to run yourself into a wall instead of telling the stories from the actual comics. So if you've seen X-Men 97, episode 3, what did you think about it? This is non-spoilers. I didn't spoil anything. The show is just great. Put it in the comments. Put this in I'm not being a homer. This shit is good. Put it in the comment section. Tell me what you think about it. If you watch this on a replay, most definitely put it in the comment section. Tell me if you like this show. I think the show is amazing. Junior Network, what is up? What's 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 up? But I was listening to a lot of Hammer at one time. I was on a Hammer. I'm not even gonna lie. For a moment, I was on a Hammer binge. Listen to all old Hammer songs. I'm like, man, why do I like Hammer? This is why he makes me dance. And he makes me want to pray so I can make it today. That's why we pray. Pray. But let's get to this story. Now, I'm minding my own goddamn business, right? I'm over here. I go to my phone and I'm seeing this from like I don't know if you know this, but if you hit the Google tab on your phone, if you have an iPhone, right, you hit the plus tab, they'll show you stuff that you commonly watch all the time, right, or you commonly search for. So of course Jonathan Majors is in my search bar, right? So I'm like, what the hell? It's like the Chinese, it was like the Chinese something. It's a style magazine, like Chinese style and something. And I'm sitting there like, what the hell is this? Like what the hell is this? And this that let me share my screen because this here, what's up, Blue Queen TV, good morning, Wonder Woman, you exactly right. And I'm going to reach out. I'm gonna see how it works, see if we can go. I'm gonna reach out also. I know Blue said he reached out, but I'm gonna also reach out to the voice actor who plays Storm. I start following her on Instagram. I'm gonna just pitch her an idea, come on to the show, maybe she can come on to Blurred AF. You know what I'm saying? When we're not acting a fool, you know how we do. When we're not being silly, you know what I mean? But see if she wants to come on and talk with us. You know what I mean? And I think that'd be amazing as she comes on and talks with us. All right, let me full screen this here. Yes. And I knew D Stizzle, when you like something from old Marvel, old Disney Plus, I know that they're winning. I know that they're doing a good job because D Stizzle is the stickliest of sticklers that ever stuck a stick. That dude don't like shit if it's not comic accurate. And they were on point. They were on point. Every Easter egg it was pointing towards the comic that it came from, the whole nine. I've been really doing this for the first 3 episodes. So I like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't put no spoilers in here. Don't put no spoilers in here. Don't put no spoilers in here, Andre. Non-spoiler. Non-spoiler. All right. Let's get into it. All right. Who is Jonathan Majors' girlfriend, Meagan Good? The Think Like a Man actress says she's in love with the former Marvel and Disney actress despite him being found guilty in a domestic violence case. Story by Faye Bradley. But this literally came from and the reason why I'm using this because this literally came from an international Chinese source. And I'm like, what the hell do they know? What do they got to do with what's going on here? I'm not gonna lie, Meagan Good looks amazing in this picture. Amazing. Jeez Louise, she looks amazing. Anyway, and this is going on because of the red carpet things, but I want to tell you, I'm going to show you again why the mainstream media pushing the narrative is so detrimental, because these international publications pick this stuff up and then their readers, because if you look here, you guys can't see the bottom part of it because of the overlay, but this is going towards people in China, maybe Hong Kong, whatever. Now they're looking, if they're reading this, they're like, wait a minute, that's the guy who played Kane. He is found guilty of assault in a domestic violence case. So now you're changing the perspective of this guy. You know what I mean? And you're doing it on an international level now because they're going to cite People Magazine. They're not citing the Insider. They don't even have all of the information in here. They're just like, why is she with this dude who committed this crime? That's what they're they're pointing to. So let's see, let's go with the story. All right. Meagan Good has spoke about her relationship with Jonathan Majors, the Marvel star who was dropped by the studio after being found guilty of assault in a domestic violence case. Good is standing by her man despite his conviction, saying that she is the happiest she ever been in a long time, but her supporters are still concerned. And again, this is because of American mainstream media. And now let's just say this: Jonathan Majors been getting a lot of good press. Shout out to Chillmonger, because Chill, he sent me the Breakfast Club stuff where they're now kind of joking and about him singing happy birthday to the guy with TMZ. The TMZ bus pulled up on him, making jokes like he got a minivan or whatever, which he doesn't have a minivan. He got a Beamer, a BMW SUV. But it's not the jokes that are detrimental to the character of Jonathan Majors, right? They're not joking, that makes him seem like he's the worst human being on the face of the planet. You know, Now, this says the couple attended the NAACP Image Awards in Los Angeles together on March 16th, making their first big award show appearance together since the ex-Marvel star was found guilty of assault in a domestic violence case in December, according to People. Let's let me show you. According to who? People. Now, if People was telling you the right information, if they wasn't, hell-bent on giving you a narrative, they would have told you that it's a misdemeanor reckless assault. It's not assault. See, when they did this on purpose. They did this on purpose. They did it so they can be able to point a narrative that this man is an abuser. And Wonder Woman, remember, his PR team dropped him. Remember, he had no PR team. I don't know if he has a PR team per se. I don't know. But remember, his PR team dropped him. So, I don't know the man's pocket change, but I'm over these. Exactly. And again, remember, because Grace Jabari, part of the Jabari tribe from the mountains, we came from the mountains. Because she put out this lawsuit, as Kat eloquently put in one of her videos, it's going to be hell to pay when he countersues. It's going to be hell to pay when he countersues. So he countersues. They found him right in the countersuit. Oh boy, I think he's going to go after not only her but publications like this. Alvin Bragg, because they put out a statement falsifying information. I'm just saying, this woman is gorgeous. Meagan Good is gorgeous in this picture. Beautiful in this picture. I'm in love. I'm transitioning. I'm healing. I'm growing, and I'm excited about what's next. Good told People. Now, this is what she said to People magazine. Yeah, it's so much. Wonder Woman, you have no idea. Sometimes this stuff gets exhausting, but hey, it is what it is now. I'm his PR team. Jonathan, put me on the payroll. I'll be part of your PR team. Yeah, just a lot of things at once. But what can I say? I'm the happiest I've been in a long time. There's some things you just gotta be like, I ain't got time for that. Let me go and see what my nephew's doing. Let me see what my mama's doing. Let me go see what my man's doing. Let me go get this job. Good, who was first romantically linked to the actor last year, added. Given the shocking crime committed by her boyfriend, fans have expressed concern for Good in her relationship. Now, this is again. Now, mind you, this is internationally, right? This is what's up, Juanita? What is up? But this is where there's a problem with. Given the shocking crime committed by her boyfriend. So, to change the narrative of this, the crime was reckless assault. In the midst of whatever was going on, I watched a comedian today, which was really funny, said he picked her up and put her back in the car like a toddler. You know what I mean? Not no, I bust her upside the head or nothing like that. You know, he put her back in the car. It was reckless assault, which is the lowest of level. That doesn't mean he, again, it's almost like I always got to say this. He did not put his hands on her. He was not found guilty. He actually was acquitted for assault in second degree. Right? He second degree assault. He was acquitted of the charge. He was found guilty of a violation. A violation. It's a city ticket, right? It's a city ticket. And reckless assault, which means I didn't put my hands on you, but in the midst of me trying to get my property back because this woman tried to steal my property, you somehow got hurt. And like he said in the interview, God, I wish I knew. God, I wish I knew. All right, who is Jonathan Major's girlfriend exactly? Who is she? They're asking this question because they don't even know. How did Meagan Good become famous? So then, what's up, Frankenstein? What's up, Ramir Robinson? What's up? And that's the dog that they just got, that Jonathan and them just got. And again, this is to push a narrative. Now you see her with the dog. She's beautiful, gorgeous. Now they're about to give you a breakdown. Born in Los Angeles, California. 42-year-old Good has over 3 decades experience in the film industry. According to Ellie, she made her feature film debut as Kid Number 2 in Friday. This is where I first seen her. Kid Number 2 in Friday in the 90s, and since notched up to 84 acting credits in classes including Eve's Bayou, You Got Served, Stop the Yard of Deception. What TV shows are good? Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. She looked good in this. Golly, I just had a moment. I'm sorry. Sorry, I had a moment. Like, they going over her net worth. This is the reason why the pastor didn't like this. Devin Franklin did not like this. They didn't like her coming out the house looking like this. You know, her net worth is north of $5 million. Now, this is where it gets juicy. This is where the story gets. She looks amazing. Good Lord have mercy. She looks amazing. Okay, this is where it gets good. So it says it's unclear how Good and Majors met, but people first confirmed their relationship in May of 2023. Remember, this is a year. This is a year since the whole entire incident, right? What's up, Lucky Rodriguez? What's good? Oh, no, Jonathan is good. Not gonna lie, at this point, where all these attacks on Jonathan Major are getting spiritual. Like I said, they forget that Meagan is. If they're supposed to be together, if God really put them together, really legitimately put them together, then nothing can tear them apart but themselves. Only they can implode within themselves. So, you know what I mean? But it says the relationship in May 2023 after they were spotted going to see a movie together. The news reported, which actually TMZ was the first to report it, not People Magazine. So even when they're getting their sources, and again, an international source, when they're getting these stories so wrong because they're getting for sources like People. You know what I mean? What's up, Kimmy? What's going on? The only reason they hate Major is because he got my childhood crush. He got mine too. I don't like it, but I respect it. I don't like it at all, but I respect it. Nah, I'm just playing. Jonathan don't get me. If I met Jonathan Major, be like, hey man, you that dude for YouTube, but like my woman. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm running down the street. Darkwing Duck, let's get dangerous. I'm over there looking like Nega Duck. I'm playing. I'm joking, y'all. I'm joking. Anyway, the news reportedly came out the same week. Majors appeared virtually in court for his arrest on charges of assault and harassment. Good has since expressed her support for her beau. Oh, they went old school. Beau, despite the severity of the allegations, and joined him for court appearances in June 2023. Right, People. Good was married to Devin Franklin, and they still keep showing the puppy. That puppy is so cute. I love German Shepherds. Before Majors, Good was married to producer, author, and speaker Devon Franklin from 2012 to 2022. Franklin had been open about their split impacted him. I wouldn't say that it didn't work. I would say it was unsuccessful. He told Nick Cannon on his podcast, Council Culture, earlier this month. Because maybe it did exactly what it was trying to do. That also was a perspective that I had to kind of learn as I went through my healing. What's happening with Jonathan Major? They're just going through the whole timeline. They're just going through the timeline. It's reported Jonathan Major was arrested in 2023 for assaulting his then girlfriend Grace Jabari after the two reportedly got to a heated argument. And do you know how wrong all of this is so out of order? It does. This reads like a very big blog. I mean, literally. Look. All he got to do is Juanita. If that's his priority, all he got to do is find me, baby. I got him. You know how long I've been in sales? You know how long I've been? I'm an extrovert. I could get it done. PR, public relations. I could get it done. I can make sure this man is gonna look like a superhero after I'm done with him. I'm just saying. Hire me, baby. You know what I mean? But this is wrong. This is wrong. He wasn't arrested in March 23 for assaulting his then girlfriend. He was arrested because the cops falsified the information after she felt in the closet unconscious after he called the police because he thought that she deleted herself out the timeline. Stop with the narrative. This is narrative 101. Now, mind you, internationally, they're reading this like, oh my God. You know what I mean? What did he do? Now, the Marvel has since been found guilty of third-degree assault. You see, they didn't show misdemeanor. They didn't even put misdemeanor. So if you think of third-degree assault, you're thinking of a felony. And second-degree aggravated assault, which is a ticket. And dropped by both Marvel and Disney. According to the cut, he is scheduled to be sentenced on April the 8th. You know what they forgot? April the 1st. You know what they forgot? A whole lot of stuff out there, like how she got arrested. You see what I mean? And Faye Bradley is a Hong Kong-based contributor online for Style for SCMP. You know what I mean? So this is a Hong Kong-based blog. This give you information on stuff going on in America. And Faye, I unfortunately, you got a lot of stuff wrong. And I don't blame, you know what? Who I don't blame? I don't blame Faye. Faye ain't the problem. The mainstream media is the problem. Why? Because you see it. You see it over and over again. Oh, excuse me. You see it over and over again when they try to put out narratives. Now, we've been, and I say we because the Law Avengers have been covering Jonathan Majors and all of this from the very beginning. You know what I mean? And the thing about this is why we continuously make stories about Jonathan Major, but not, trying to be the Jonathan Majors channel. But the reason why we do this, so we can point out the hypocrisy and the hypocritical nature of the mainstream media in America. It's so hypocritical and it's so terrible that it goes internationally and they believe it. No different than when the mainstream media tells you how to think and feel about who to support. If you support Palestine, then you're anti-Semitic. If you support Israel, then you don't have you rather see people going through hell in Palestine, because they're trying to tell you who to think and feel for instead of giving you the information what the news is supposed to do. The news is supposed to be a source of non-biased information. A and B equals C. That's what it's supposed to be. 1 + 2 = 3. It's supposed to be simplistic. But we are in an age now where there's no more simplicity because blogs and half-truth and, sensationalism brings out this type of junk. And then not only are people internationally putting it out here, but then also you have YouTubers that come around and regurgitate the same kind of crap. Nobody wants to research any information. You know, when I was doing a reaction video to just my opinion, I'm sitting there like, does anybody want to research this information, or is it just to say I'm done with it? I give my opinion, but I'm not trying to really cover this for real, because it's too much. Because I was a fan of this guy, and this guy let me down because he was in a toxic relationship. Not like damn near 60% of the relationships in Hollywood, a lot of them are toxic. It's Hollywood. You know, there's very rare, very good relationships in Hollywood. But when you're an A-list star, you're going to have somebody, especially with their, Z-list, trying to be down. Is that the only thing that I can bet? I mean, only thing I could fault Jonathan for, like Torrance said earlier, is probably not betting properly, especially, where you were going in your career and the type of influence that he had. But he said he was a great man. He's not lying. When he was saying he was making an impact on the lives of Black Americans, because we're seeing another black man, a strong black man on film, little kids watch that stuff and say, man, I want to be like that guy. Yeah, that guy is now my favorite actor, because they're seeing him on film and they want to even do that. So yes, what he said in that rant when she came on drunk was absolutely correct. Now, you could say, do you know who Coretta Scott King is, or whoever, you know what I mean? And that person looking at you like you're a goddamn fool. You could say, well, that wasn't what I would say. And I agree with that. You might not have said that, but at that time, that's what that man felt like. Whether we say it's right, wrong, or indifferent. My biggest thing is that the only problem that he had was not vetting that person properly. Other than that, he did everything everything that you're supposed to do to get away when you're a victim of domestic violence, he did. And Jonathan Majors is a victim of domestic violence. With that input up, then him being a victim of domestic violence. I'm sorry, if I'm a criminal judge and I see somebody's finger bruised, but I'm seeing scratches on the man's face, scratching on this man's arm, clothes ripped, that looks like you try to attack this man, but your finger is hurt, I'm going to determine that your finger was probably hurting trying to claw this man's face off and trying to rip on his clothes because you wanted to get to the phone because you found out he was cheating on you. How simplistic is that? And then not only did the man run from you, he went and stayed at a hotel. I'm just saying, Jonathan, dog, put me down, man. You ain't got to worry about TMZ. You hire me, I won't go back on TMZ. Unless they hire me too. All right. Thank you to Ferguson, man. Appreciate it. Just the channel support. Appreciate you, brother. Keep up the good work. Hopefully, April the 1st is a solid day for Jonathan Majors. Of course, I will be covering that too. Real life people seem to be in good spirits about him, especially with his recent TMZ and Breakfast Club videos. Yes. And of course, I can't play the Breakfast Club interview, because the Breakfast Club will just immediately copyright something that's hard with them. Kind of like with what's the dude's name? Joe Button podcast. They're real sticklers about their stuff. You know what I mean? So you got to do a workaround with their stuff. But I appreciate the super chat. Most definitely. Let me go ahead and hook you up with something right quick. Appreciate it. And the people who hating on Jonathan Majors keep making all this false stuff. I got something for ya.
Nigga, did I just catch you having fun?
I love that. Let me get to some of you guys' comments before, I got to wrap it up. It's funny how mad the mainstream media is in SL. I don't know who SM is. Hate on Meagan Pyro, Lindsay, Jonathan Majors' mom, anyone effectively protected, defending, and representing him. You're absolutely correct. Tracy Woods, Dre, your PR team should be called the Avengers. Thanks to Danny Lauren, Lauren Victoria Burke, Pam Blue, She Dress, Chillmonger, and Kat. We are the Law Avengers. I want to be part of his. Want to be part of his team though. Jabari is a gold digger. Changed my mind. Jabari is a predator and a blind Iranian woman's body. Wow, I can't say you're wrong. There is more evidence of him being a DV victim than her. That's why they reverse engineered so they could cry Darvo when she gave them the facts. Absolutely, 1,000%. 1,000. I was thinking on the different types of abuse going on from her. And I won't say what because I know her team watches these videos. I at this point, I don't care. What I know is the facts. All I know is the facts. She was arrested for domestic violence. Alvin Bragg decided not to prosecute her because if he would have prosecuted her, she would have went to jail. It would have been her that was convicted of assault, not him. If he would have did the right thing. But Alvin Bragg didn't want to do the right thing. He wanted to try to take down a man like he did Kevin Porter Jr. and Adam Falls. That's why I hope this damn thing gets thrown out on April the 1st. Dr. Hines, don't forget Dr. Hines, but putting in that work. You've been putting in that work. My brother, what's going on? Lucky, I'll go one better. I'll call her a demon. Hey, I'm not mad at you. Dre Cap revealed that the prosecutor objected to everything that hinted at the photos of the investigation against Grace. The DA didn't even try to go through a Bureau investigation to defer Jonathan, which automatically tells you they were targeting him. So when people say it's not a witch hunt, go and read the actual facts. When you have evidence of domestic violence and this woman is charged in the China court precinct, and they don't even do the proper thing because they turned around and said, you know what? I don't want to prosecute her though. I'd rather prosecute Jonathan Majors. The bigger fish. He gonna mess up our case. I'm trying to show people I'm a liberal, but I'm strong against domestic violence, even though the real victim was him. He got chased by, listen to this. Not only was he scratched and clawed by the victim, he ran from the victim. She continues to chase him. She continued to yell at him. She continued to berate him until he decided to go to a hotel for the rest of the night. If that's not the signs of a domestic violence victim, I don't know what is. And that is the end of that. That is the end of it.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
You already know I got to wrap it up. Thank you so very much for tuning in to another episode of the Dre Max Show. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notification so you can never, ever, ever miss one of my videos again. Until next time, I'll holler at you guys later. Peace and vibe power, y'all. Enjoy your Wednesday. Where's my outro at? I gotta get up out of here. The forehead needs a haircut.
Wait a minute. You're telling me the video's over?
What?
Okay, I guess so. If you have came to this portion of the video, thank you so very much for sticking to the end. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that little bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. And if you really want to, you don't got to, go ahead and follow the social media links that's down below. Until next time, I'll let you guys later. Peace and vibe higher, y'all. Y'all take care of yourself.